Hey all, welcome back to my video and my channel. This is the Dr. Shabai Show, and on this show we talk about feminism, how feminism has destroyed society as well as relationships, families, and homes, and then also dating. But today I want to talk about passport sisters who are not winning overseas. They're failing, and I'm going to show you a clip from 90 Days, Beyonce Love in Paradise. And then I'm also going to show you a video about a woman who was arrested in Dubai because she was yelling. And so we're going to see how modern women are taking their views overseas and it's not working. But before we get started, please like this video. And again, I want to say thank you for everyone that has watched my video, left a comment. I truly appreciate it. So let's get started.
I just want a normal relationship where my partner wants to spend time with me when I'm visiting from another country and we haven't even seen each other for several months, and you're making me feel like I have to beg you to spend time with you. That's up.
Mira, honestamente, yo no estoy pasando tiempo contigo porque tú eres una persona que me vive tirando muchas cosas en cara. Tu éxito y ese tipo de cosas. A mí no me gusta eso. Honestamente, a mí no me gusta eso. Después que salimos de Santo Domingo, yo estuve como que si todo estaba bien. Pero después que llegué al hotel, yo no aguanté y le dije que me iba a ir de ahí. Pues yo estaba incómodo. Cosas cambiaron. Cuando fuimos donde mi mamá, dije que el baño esto, que el baño lo otro. El baño sí realmente estaba limpio. Todo empezó desde ahí, porque siempre te ponen por encima de lo demás. O sea, tú eres un ser humano, igual que todo el mundo.
La persona que yo conocí en ese gimnasio, yo pensé que iba a ser diferente, hasta que se volvió una relación real.
Tú tienes que saber que yo soy un hombre y soy adulto, y tú estás en mi país.
So you're telling me that you haven't come around for all this time because I made you feel like a small man and you didn't have the dignity to come to me like a man and tell me what the problem was. Instead, you chose to disappear and allow me to waste my money and be by myself.
Yo soy el hombre en la relación. Tú crees que tú me puedes controlar a mí, no es así. A mí no me interesa el dinero.
For the last 6-7 months, you have asked me for money, and I've tried to support you in the best way that I can.
Dime qué cantidad de dinero que tengo que devolvértelo y te lo voy a devolver. Dime, ¿cuánto que tú necesitas? Que te lo voy a devolver.
If that's what you think this is about, then I think you're still confused on the bigger problem.
Confundida está tu corazón, porque a pesar de que yo soy dominicano, tú piensas que yo no puedo conseguir esa cantidad de dinero. Al contrario, el dominicano trabaja muchísimo más pesado que los gringos. ¿Tú no lo sabías eso?
The is a gringo?
Tú eres gringa.
What, man? You out of your mind.
So that was April and Valentine. And April has a lot of money. She's from America. She is a doctor and she's also a lawyer. And so she has made it clear that she leads with her money. And she has afforded, a lifestyle, and she believes that if you have money, then you are pretty much the person that's the leader in the relationship. And it is clear when she went over there, Valentine really didn't know her that well and didn't know this. But of course, he's going to take her money, but he does not like feeling less than. And in this episode, she feels like he needed to be at her beck and call. And the values that modern women have in America, they're not going to fly overseas, typically anywhere. No man wants to be a kept man. If he has, something, if he's very masculine, and this relationship was doomed from the beginning. And it's so strange to me that a lot of women feel like they can go overseas and have better luck with men than they are in America. And typically, this is the result of it.
So, I had a really interesting conversation with Sheldon. He told me that you were giving money to your little tramp, for lack of a better word. I'm curious how you justify that when I was financially helping you.
Well, I know Sheldon has a big mouth, and I don't know what he told you, but it's not like that. There's no girl that I have given money to.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Everton, be honest. Yes, you did.
Not like how it sounds, no. I mean, it's not like...
Did you give her money?
Small amount, yes.
Everton, seriously, I can't stand you. I cannot stand you.
I know that the money that Jordan was sending, it was for me, but throughout the pandemic, there was other people who actually needs a little bit of help too, The young lady in the voicemail, she always been helpful to me if I do ask her for a few dollars. So if she calls up on me and say, well, Ev, can you help me with a couple dollars? Of course, I would grant that favor to her.
Also, babes, I must say, make me feel frustrated that you are yelling at me or you're shouting. I mean, if you're sitting right here, you're not talking to someone down the road or someone, over there. We are talking right here.
I have reached my threshold of self-control. There's only so much disrespect that I can swallow quietly. At some point, your self-worth and self-respect has to be the strongest thing. And I'm not a girl that gets screwed over. I try so hard to be cool, calm, and collected, but when I come at you trying to genuinely be heard, it literally goes in one ear and out the other. If you don't like the way I'm acting, pay attention to how you treat me. You don't listen to me.
I was listening then.
No, you don't.
I was.
You do not listen.
I was focusing on.
Guess what?
We
You don't
were
have to
going
listen anymore.
forward.
I'm done talking.
And let me be clear, I don't think anyone should be taken advantage of, whether it be a man or a woman, because she clearly thought that the money was specifically for him. Just like if a man gave a woman money, he would not appreciate it if she was giving it to another man. So, of course, that part is totally disrespectful. But again, it is how she approached this relationship. Just because a woman gives a man money does not mean that he's going to be faithful, does not mean that he's going to, treat her any better. And so that's one of the things that it has to take into an account. A woman needs to still be in her feminine energy, even if she's angry, even if she's upset, but you should never come out of character of who you are. And again, like I said, the disclaimer, I don't think anyone should be taken advantage of, no matter who it is, if it's a man or a woman. However, she feels like since she is the breadwinner that, she automatically thought that he was going to respect her and automatically, treat her differently. But, that just simply is not the case. For him to give another woman money that she gave him, it shows that he wants to appear like he's the hero. And that's what a lot of men want. And you can't get that if you are, being taken care of by a woman. And so that is another woman who gone overseas, and clearly it is not successful, because she even said she had a hard time in America with dating men. So the last video I want to show is a woman who went to Dubai and clearly did not do any research about how to conduct yourself in this foreign country, because I went online and I saw a ton of law that women have to abide by in Dubai that they don't in America. And let me show this video and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai. Fox 26's Domly Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domly.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Domly Keith, Fox 26 News.
So again, she is arrested because she broke the law in Dubai, and when I was doing my research about Dubai, it's a lot of different rules that women have to abide by than men do. And one of the things that I saw was that it says that it has some areas that are westernized, but most women cover themselves up. And if you do visit, they said to dress modestly, to dress in a modest fashion. It says that you can wear baggy clothes and to wear long sleeve. And then they say that at night, though, the nightclubs are in the hotel and women can pretty much wear whatever. However, if you're traveling from one nightclub to another, they said to bring something to cover up until you get inside of the nightclub, because they're typically inside of hotels and tourist attraction places. And to me, that says a lot, and then they also talk about drinking. There are certain places where you can drink, and so to me, I would have looked at each and every law in Dubai before I went because it is clear there are some rules that they're lax, but then the majority of it is not. So, of course, I have empathy for this young woman, but one of the things we have to realize is that there are consequences for your action. And hopefully this is a learning lesson for her as well as any other female that's going over to a foreign country and you're not really up on their laws. That's important, because in America, we pretty much can do whatever and not get in trouble, but in other countries that simply is not the case. And so that's why I wanted to do this video, to talk about how there's so many passport sisters that say they can do the same thing that men do, look for a significant other, do whatever overseas, but clearly that is not the case. So that is my video. I would love to hear what you think. Please leave your comments. And I do want to say thank you so much for listening to my video and watching it. And until next time, this is Dr. Shabai. I will see you later. Bye.